Good everyone, Organ is video, and today it's a review on the A7HE1. This is an aircraft obviously I've acquired because of the Japanese starter pack and everything, and I'd obviously got it for dirt cheap, and I thought, why the hell not? So the A7HE1, as I mentioned in the actual video, is basically a HE112B0 in the premium tech tree. Now, do I think this aircraft is worth the 550 Golden Eagles that it is to buy it? Personally, I think it is, but this is not the first premium you should pick up in Japan. If you're starting to play Japan, do not pick up this aircraft. That's my personal recommendation. This should be only a premium that you purchase for a bit of fun. It's not to be taken seriously, this aircraft. It's a nice aircraft to fly, but at the same time, you're going to be fighting aircraft that completely obsolete it, such as the CW21. Those aircraft are incredibly difficult to take out. So the A7HE1 is available for 550 Golden Eagles, as I said, and personally, I think your Golden Eagles could go elsewhere. Does that mean it's a bad plane? No, I don't think it is. I had a lot of fun playing it, and the only real times I died was from the teams just collapsing and I get swarmed, which is just typical. But to be honest, the most dangerous aircraft to this thing are actually the Chinese Ki-27s, and also biplanes such as the Chaika. Those tend to be the most dangerous aircraft towards this vehicle. If you really want a starter premium if you want a premium to get yourself into Japan, the 109 Samurai Edition is a perfect pick. Let's just say that. Obviously, you've seen a review on this aircraft. I freaking love it. It's a great plane. The Ki 44-2 is a bit more challenging, but obviously you get a slightly lower BR, and it's a pretty capable aircraft once you get the guns nailed down. And even the Japs there, with its nerf, is still a good aircraft over the A7HE1. And if you want to go even further, the Japa Wolf is certainly a good pick. Even the A7M1 would probably get you a bit further. I just don't think this aircraft is something you should pick up immediately. Same with Hageri's A5M4. That is an aircraft that you should not pick up immediately. The G you have towards these, or the two aircraft that I just mentioned, obviously Hageri's and this thing, could easily go towards something else. And that's what I recommend. But does that mean you should skip on this aircraft? No. I would actually recommend picking up the Japanese starter pack. Now, the tank may not be the best, but I like the tank. So you can sort of understand that. And overall, I just felt this aircraft was capable, but you just had to know when to break off from a situation. You got to remember it's a 112. 112s are they've got competition nowadays. So in terms of what I managed to get out of the plane, 10 battles, 3 deaths, 21 kills, and 3 ground targets. Obviously, most of those I think I got in the first game of it. It was pretty alright to play. Like I say, the only deaths that I suffered were from the Chinese Ki-27, as I mentioned. That thing is a nightmare in good hands. Um, and also Chaikas. They are pretty dangerous aircraft to early monoplanes as well. And obviously, with you only having 700 horsepower in your engine, it's not exactly great. So, in terms of belts for the guns, obviously, universal in the 792s, that's pretty simple. And I already can hear some people laughing. I know some people may not be, but hear me out. The 20mm are rather weak, and the only belt that I found that actually worked okay was stealth. Now, does that mean you should use stealth in your guns? Like I say, it's personal preference. I tried air targets, they felt like crap. Universal felt like crap. Tracers, Spark Central. At least with stealth, I was having a lot less issue. The only issue is that obviously they are AP rounds. they will go straight through a biplane and not do a whole lot. So you have to take that into consideration. But if you're hitting a monoplane and you're passing through the back of an aircraft with an A7HE round, it may just do some damage. And it can actually be rather effective at getting fuel tank fires, pilot snipes, etc. Just see what you think. But obviously 792's universal, I don't really need to say. But anyway, let's get into today's battle, and well, you're gonna laugh at this one. I was flying with Shadow and Daytaurus, and well, I said to Daytaurus I would show this one, and he wasn't too pleased for a good reason. Now, those of you that have played War Thunder for quite some time, you may read those like messages of hints going into the battle. And obviously, one of those is about the Stuka. That's what Daytaurus is flying. He's flying a B-2 Stuka. And to put it simply, he has been drawn to the illusion by Gaijin, and there's one thing you should never listen to Gaijin when it comes to things. Think about it. They said a couple of years ago they would never have supersonic jets, and look where we are. They would never have MBTs like M1 Abrams and stuff like that. Look where we are. And Daytaurus is under the illusion that you should always believe Gaijin when it comes to the Stuka's automatic air brakes if the pilot passes out. Unfortunately, it would seem that Daytaurus has taken this advice from Gaijin quite literally. But obviously, I'm climbing up. Forsaken Shadow is in his Key 32, which he's going to try and play fighter in. He does get a kill, but that's pretty much it. And yeah, let's just say it's pretty funny what's going to happen. But the climb rate on this thing, not too bad. The maneuverability on this thing, not too bad. It will beat most monoplanes I found. The only monoplane I had a bit of trouble with was the Hawk, but we all know the Hawk is a good aircraft anyway. And in a moment, Daytaurus is about to begin his dive bomb. And with Wassault, me and Shadow were fucking laughing at this point. But obviously we're looking to engage targets, and obviously I immediately took note of the Hawk. But as you can see, Daytaurus is over there, and he's about to begin his dive bomb. Any minute now he's gonna put his nose down and you're just gonna watch, because it's actually rather funny. He didn't have his mic on at the time, and that's one thing I want you to note. So obviously he hasn't got his air brakes down, Jericho trumpets activate, and well, I think you can guess what is gonna happen. Hairy feet, prepare to laugh. There you go. If you don't know why I said, hairy feet, prepare to laugh, just ask Hairy Feet about the meme. He'll tell you about it. If you haven't actually seen the meme yet, it's in the Discord server. There will be a link in the description below to the Discord server, if you wish to join it. But it was too funny to not show that, and Daytaurus has already given me plenty of, shall we say, he's already said to me that he's gonna make a second account and start requesting shit aircraft, and he seems to forget I can ban accounts if I choose to. But yeah, this will be pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, I've showed it. Let's see what you can bring. Obviously, he's there in chat, 'cause obviously he didn't have his mic on at the time, and I said to him, the thing has dive brakes for a reason, and I was too busy laughing. And I'll just leave the chat on so you can just see Daytaurus's proper reaction. But at this point, I'm trying to engage inside Kobe's J8A. Obviously, I like the J8A. It's a lovely aircraft. I mean, see, look, there it is. Assume the air brakes are automatic. Never trust Gaijin, mate. First rule of War Thunder: never trust Gaijin. And yeah, the reason why Day Taurus actually screwed that up, because he doesn't really play Axis aircraft. Kill number 1. The MS-410 finally realised that I'm on his 6, and well, you can see the stealth rounds are actually pretty effective. And of course, Shadow is currently under attack by a load of bombers. That's my second kill. Of course, the teammate there goes for the steal, but fails it, as per usual. I mean, the plane's done for. It's got a dead engine and a burning engine as well. I really wouldn't advise going for it, because you know it's dead. But hey, Key 27 Otsu pilots, they seem to be kill-stealing little pricks. So obviously, at this point, I wanted to reclimb. Whilst this aircraft's climb rate is not as good as its competitors, it can still match most aircraft in a climb. And the reason why Daytaurus just put that in chat then is because he thought Shadow kept saying B-18 is in the US B-18, which is a part of shit, and he meant B-17, but even so. So at this point, I spot this B-17, and he's pretty badly hit. Let's just say that. And I figured, okay, let's go for him. Now, it does spark sometimes. The 20 mils are not guaranteed no sparky. They will spark, but stealth, for me at least, seemed to work the best. This will probably apply to the other 112 premiums. But obviously at this point I decided to save the rest of my cannon and just finish it off with the MGs. Which was the right thing to do there. That will be kill number 3. And now there's only 3 enemies left. And just in a moment, Criminal SL is going to crash from my 3rd kill. So at this point, the B-17 in the squad mate of the B-17 is not really paying attention, and he takes an API to straight to the cockpit. 4th kill. And I was saying to Daytaurus then in voice chat that I was going to show this battle. And at this point we get into a nice little dogfight. We've got a P-26A34M2, and he very nearly kills me. If he had a bit more speed he would have killed me, fairly certain of that. I don't know how much cannon I have left. I don't have a lot, is all I'll say. I know I don't have a lot left. Either that or I'm low on it. Or possibly out of it. And, well, there's the ace on the pea shooter. And now it's time for a Hawk fight. Well, the Hawk makes the mistake of going for the key 10. And he pays the price. And that gets me my 6th and final kill for this game. Like I said, this aircraft is good. I do like it. Although I would not advise this aircraft being purchased over others that I mentioned at the beginning of this review. But does that mean you should avoid it? I don't think so. I quite like it. So just give it a shot. See what you think and try stealth. Although if you're not used to these cannons, try using them with air targets first, or possibly tracers so you can get a lead in first. It's always best to learn your guns before you run stealth. I remember the old days using MGFFs, so I'm pretty well acquainted with them, to put it simply. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all on the next one.